All right, let's get into it. Today we're taking a look at a tool that's trying to do something really ambitious. Crack open the powerful and, let's be honest, pretty complicated world of decentralized finance. We're talking about TraderSensei. So, let's just start with a big question. What if all that amazing potential in DeFi, staking, lending, all that good stuff, was as easy as clicking a single button? That's the dream we're exploring today.
First things first, why do people get so excited about DeFi anyway? Well, the promise is absolutely huge. People call it the bank killer for a reason. It offers potential returns that make your traditional savings account look like a forgotten piggy bank.
I mean, just look at the difference here. Your typical bank might, if you're lucky, give you less than 1%. In DeFi, though, you're playing in a totally different ballpark. This right here is the magnetic pull that gets everyone so interested.
Okay, so if the returns are that good, why isn't everyone and their grandma already in DeFi? The answer, honestly, is pretty simple. It's incredibly complex, and that complexity is like a giant wall that keeps most people out. And here's the fundamental problem. The actual experience of getting into DeFi involves juggling a bunch of different apps, trying to understand scary technical terms, and just doing a ton of research. But what's your goal? It's simple. You just want to earn better returns on your money. There's this massive, frustrating gap between the simple goal and the super complicated journey. And this is exactly where something like TraderSensei aims to fit in. The whole idea is to be like a single, simple front door to everything DeFi has to offer. So instead of you needing a map to get through the maze, it just hides all that confusing stuff behind one easy-to-use interface. Okay, so that all sounds great in theory, but how does it actually work? How do you take something that's famously complicated and boil it down to just a single click? Let's get into the nuts and bolts. So let's take staking, probably one of the most popular things to do in crypto. Normally, you're connecting your wallet, approving contracts, trying to figure out rewards. With Sensei staking, the idea is you click one button, and that's it. Your ETH is now working for you, earning interest. Simple as that.
And this is the key, right? The goal is to get all the technical stuff out of your way. You shouldn't have to become an expert on a protocol like Lido just to use it. All you need to see is the result, your ETH balance going up.
Okay, what about lending? It's the same story. If you go to a platform like Aave, you have to learn about things like collateral ratios and health factors to make sure you don't lose your money. The idea here is, nope, you just deposit your crypto, and Sensei Lending handles all that complicated risk management for you. And that really is the promise in a nutshell. You get those awesome bank-beating interest rates that make DeFi so attractive, but you get to skip the headaches and the steep learning curve that usually come along for the ride. Now let's talk about the final boss of DeFi for a lot of people, yield farming. I mean, this usually involves juggling sophisticated platforms like Curve or Yearn, and it can get really complex really fast. The Sensei yield feature is designed to just automate the whole thing. It's always looking for the best rates and putting your money there for you. I love this analogy. It's basically like you have this little robot farmer working for you 24/7, always checking the fields and moving your crops, your money, to wherever they'll grow the best. It's a powerful idea. So the entire flow just gets flattened down to almost nothing. You want to stake? You click a button. You're done. Want to lend? Click. Done. The goal is to make every single core DeFi activity that simple and that immediate. But the vision here is about more than just making things easy. It's also about making you a smarter, safer investor. And that's where the idea of an AI assistant comes into the picture. Let's just put the two experiences side by side. In the typical DeFi world, you're basically on your own. It's a ton of reading, and the risk is high. With the Virulent AI assistant, the goal is totally different. It's supposed to be like your own personal coach, explaining the risks, guiding you through the process, and giving you expert-level insights without the crazy fees. And on top of all that AI guidance, there's also a built-in scanner. This thing just automates the really boring work of checking dozens of different pools every single day to see where you can get the absolute best return on your investment.
So let's zoom out for a second and just look at the big picture. When you put all of these pieces together, what does it all add up to? What's the real end game for a tool like this?
So why does this matter? Well, it's an all-in-one platform, which means you can stop juggling a million different apps. It gives you AI guidance, hopefully leading to smarter and safer decisions. It automatically finds you the best returns, so your money is always working as hard as possible. But maybe the most important thing, the ease of use could finally make DeFi accessible to everybody, not just the tech wizards. And that really leaves us with a huge question, doesn't it?
We all know DeFi has this massive potential, but its biggest enemy has always been complexity. Are these simple, all-in-one tools the bridge we've all been waiting for? Could this be the key that finally unlocks decentralized finance for the rest of the world? Thanks for joining this explainer.